Hello and welcome to Wibbly Wobbly Timey Wimey Stuff. Today we will be talking about the Doctor's accomplices. The Doctor has a habit of picking up travelling companions, sometimes referred to as assistants, by accident or by design, who participate in several adventures before they eventually part company. More often than not, these are people from modern-day Earth, but others have come from Earth's past and future, and even from other planets. Have been about 45 companions over the years so far. Hope you enjoy and don't forget to like and subscribe. The first to travel with the Doctor was Ian Cresterton, who was first seen in An Unearthly Child in 1963, played by William Russell, and was a science teacher. Also with him was Barbara Wright, played by Jacqueline Hill. She was a history teacher with an in-depth knowledge of time and space. A 15-year-old girl and a student of Barbara and Ian was Susan Foreman, played by Carlin Ann Freud. Vicky also travelled with the first Doctor, but was only first seen in 1965, played by Maureen O'Brien. Stephen Tyler was next, first seen in The Chase in 1965, played by Peter Pearce, also travelling with the first Doctor. Then came Katrina, first played in The Mythmakers in 1965, played by Adrian Hill, also travelling with the first Doctor. Next, played by Jackie Lane, was Dodo Choplet, first seen in The Massacre of St. Bonaventure's Eve, 1966, travelling with the first Doctor. Then came Ben Jackson, played by Michael Craze, first seen in The War Machines in 1966. He travelled with the first and the second Doctor. Also travelling with him was Polly Wright, first seen in The War Machines, played by Anaki Wills, travelling with the first and second Doctor. Then came Jamie McCrimson, first seen in The Highlanders, 1966, played by Fraser Holmes, travelling with the second Doctor. Then, played by Deborah Watling, was Victoria Waterfield, first seen in The Evil of the Daleks, 1967, travelling with the second Doctor. She was a human computer stowed away in the TARDIS, was Zoe Herot, played by Wendy Padbury, travelling with the second Doctor, first seen in The Wheel of Space, 1968. Then came Alistair Gordon Lethbridge Stewart, first seen in The Web of Fear, 1968, played by Nicholas Courtney. Doctor's helps was the second Doctor, third Doctor, fourth Doctor, fifth Doctor, and the seventh Doctor. Then came John Benton, first seen in The Invasion in 1968, played by John Levine, and helped the second, third, and fourth Doctor. Next was Liz Shaw, first seen in The Spearhead from Space, 1970, played by Caroline John, and helped the third Doctor. Played by Richard Franklin was Mike Yates, first seen in Terror of the Odsons, 1971, helped the third Doctor. With him came Joe Grant, played by Katie Manning, also first seen in The Terror of the Odsons, travelling with the third Doctor. A freelance journalist and arguably the best of the series' companions, and worked with no less than 3 Doctors, was Sarah Jane Smith, first seen in The Time Warrior 1973, played by Elizabeth Selden, travelling with the third and the fourth Doctor. This is Harry Sullivan, played by Ian Marter, first seen in Robot in 1974, travelling with the fourth Doctor. A savage huntress who relied on instincts with very little education was Leah, first seen in The Face of Evil in 1977, played by Louise Jameson, travelling with the fourth Doctor. Then came K9, a robot dog, first seen in The Visible Enemy in 1977, voiced by John Leeson, travelling with the fourth Doctor. Then came Romana 1, a time lady with many of the same abilities of the Doctor, and was even smarter than him, first seen in The boss operation in 1978, played by Mary Tam, traveling with the Fourth Doctor. Romana can generate just like any Time Lady. This is her next form, Romana 2, played by Lala Ward, first seen in The Destiny of the Daleks 1979, traveling with the Fourth Doctor. Then came Adric, first seen in Full Circle 1980, played by Matthew Waterhouse, traveling with the Fourth and the Fifth Doctor. Then it was Nysa, first seen in The Keeper of Tranken, played by Sarah Sutton, traveling with the Fourth and the Fifth Doctor. Then, traveling with the Fourth and the Fifth Doctor, came Tegan Jovanka, first seen in Logopocalypse in 1981, played by Janet Fielding. First seen in Modern Undead in 1983, traveling with the Fifth Doctor, was Vils Law Trolog, played by Mark Stickson. Then came Camillon, first seen in The King's Demons in 1983, voiced by Gerald Flood, traveling with the Fifth Doctor. Next was Perry Brown, played by Nicola Brandt, traveling with the Fifth and Sixth Doctor, first seen in Planet of Fire 1984. Traveling with the Sixth and Seventh Doctor was Menely Bush, first seen in the Trial of a Time Lord 1986, played by Bonnie Langford. A tomboy with a passion for pyrotechnics, her time with the Doctor shows him trying to teach her to get over her phobias, came Ace, first seen in Dragonfire 1987, played by Sophie Aldred, traveling with the Seventh Doctor. The first accomplice in the new season, Rose Tyler, first seen in Rose 2005, was played by Billie Piper, traveling with the Ninth and 10th Doctor. Rose is one of my favourite accomplices and was very good at helping the Doctor progress as a character, even falling in love. With Rose came Mickey Smith, first seen in Rose 2005, played by Noel Clarke, traveling with the 9th and 10th Doctor. Captain Jack Harkness later travelled with the 9th and 10th Doctor, played by John Barrowman, first seen in The Empty Child 2005. Then came Donna Noble, first seen in The Runaway Bride 2006, played by Catherine Tate, travelling with the 10th Doctor. She progressed from a self-irritant character to one who is compassionate to the Doctor, stopping him from going overboard when necessary. Martha Jones. An expiring medic, Martha felt differentiated from Rose. First seen in Smith & Jones 2007, played by Freema Aggerman, travelling with the 10th Doctor. River Song, first seen in The Silence in the Library in 2008, was played by Alex Kingston, travelling with the 11th Doctor. The tragic arc of the Doctor's relationship with the enigmatic River Song, who was travelling through time in opposite direction to him, meant that every time the Doctor met her, he knew her more and she knew him less. Amy Pond. Amy's relationship with the Doctor dated all the way back to her childhood. First seen in The 11th Hour 2010 and was played by Karen Gillian, travelling with the 11th Doctor. With Amy came Rory, also first seen in The 11th Hour, played by Arthur Darvill, travelling with the 11th Doctor. Then came Clara Oswald, first seen in The Asylum of the Daleks 2012, played by Jenna Louise Coleman, travelling with the 11th and 12th Doctor. This is my absolute favourite accomplice, the Impossible Girl, one of the most independent companions, who was travelling in the TARDIS on her own terms, a sassy 21st century girl who is definitely in love with the two Doctors she meets, while simultaneously confusing them with her impossibility. Then came Nardole, first seen in The Husbands of River Song 2015, played by Matt Lucas, travelling with the 12th Doctor. Bill Potts came next, first seen in The Pilot 2017, played by Pearl Mackie, travelling with the 12th Doctor, a young cook at the Doctor's University, fascinated by time travel and always asking more questions. Then it was Graham O'Brien, first seen in The Woman Who Fell to Earth 2018, played by Bradley Walsh, travelling with the 13th Doctor. With him came Ryan Sinclair, first seen in The Woman Who Fell to Earth, played by Tosin Cole, travelling with the 13th Doctor. And with them came Yasmin Khan, also first seen in The Woman Who Fell to Earth, played by Mandip Gill, travelling with the 13th Doctor. After devastatingly witnessed their Nan's death, they push through their grief as Graham, Ryan and Yaz travel with the Doctor, looking for new adventures. That was the Doctor's Accomplices. Hope you enjoyed, and don't forget to like and subscribe.